has implemented a lot of regulations at the state level and also at the local level that makes it very difficult and very expensive to build new housing.
The beef that comes from the cattle it feeds is the highest water use food commonly.
So this is Meet Kevin Paffrack. Oh, Kevin Paffrack. No, Paffrack. Kevin FAFSA. So meet Kevin FAFSA, his full plan for governor of California. I'm watching it. I'm already 2 minutes in. Looks like there's about 10 commercials. I'm sure he's going to plug about 10 other fucking things. Meet Kevin. Kevin Paffrack is the king of the grifters. He is, my God, you want to see a grifting motherfucking, a capitalist grifting motherfucker? Look at Meet Kevin. He's running for governor, but this whole thing is just sponsored and corporate, and he's just using it to actually get more views, and it's working, right? So, oh, shit. You think this right-wing fucking Dino, Democrat in name only, you think this goddamn Dino could actually pull it off?
Commonly available. Drip and sprinkler irrigation can be much more efficient, but Nancy told us she's not been able to get the permits needed to change the irrigation style on the farm.
They handcuffed the LAPD and told them, you're not going to enforce anything because we don't want to offend anybody.
The insanity of the education system where kids can't learn to read. I mean, literally don't know how to read. But
so stopthebullshit.com, stop the bullshit, because, you know, he's fucking douchebag.
by now you probably know that my name is Kevin Paffrack. All I did was take that money and plow it.
He's 29 years old, a multi-millionaire in real estate and the stock market.
And it's now probably worth almost $700,000 on a busy...
He's got 1.6 million followers on his Meet Kevin YouTube channel.
In our research, in our interviews, and in our studying, making sure that we solve California in the best way possible.
He's got an ambitious one-year, 5-point plan to fix California.
The homelessness, schooling, poverty, crime, very, very important. And then we'll get into solving our traffic crisis and our housing crisis.
And he's
coming from his meetkevin.com fucking, and it says it's not secure, so what the fuck was that about? Wasn't secure, and then it was secure, and then back to not being secure. So, okay, I guess Kevin Paffrack has, I guess he's got all my information now, so fantastic on that. He's got that video I'm watching on this thing, and then the year one, I just wanted to talk about these 5 steps. He's got year one commitments from Paffrack. So this, you know, Paffrack, this FAFSA, this, you know, Kevin Rachet. So Kevin the Rachet, as soon as he becomes governor, he's going to end homelessness with that executive action. He's going to pass a 1-year massive infrastructure bill, and then he's going to end COVID and then bring hyper-transparency, appoint a Democratic senator if necessary. I like the fucking step 1, step 2. Step 1, solve homelessness. Step 2, pass a massive infrastructure bill. You can't go wrong with an infrastructure bill. Everybody gets a fucking piece of the pie. Everybody gets some money, and it's social spending, so social services. Right, the tax and spend Democrats, right up the goddamn tax and spend Democrats alley. But this is, you know, Kevin Paffrack, Kevin Paffrack, Kevin the Rachet. Kevin the Rachet is, you know, not just he's a Republican. I don't believe he's ever been a Democrat. I want to know, why is he a Democrat? Please tell me, Kevin Paffrack. Please, because you're in California, that's it, right? You're actually secretly a Republican, and you're running in the Democratic primary or in the as a Democrat just because. He's a right-wing conservative. He's a stockbroker. He's a landlord. He's pushing for $0, you know, dollars in taxes. $0 in taxes. You know, which, you know, I agree with lowering taxes in, you know, spirit, but also don't mind paying my fair share in taxes as long as the government is doing what the fuck they're supposed to be doing. So $0, this is just, it's all Republican shit. It's all Republican shit. And then, you know, he's talking about controlled fires, passing out free N95 masks. He says he's pro-local vaccine mandates, but not for the state. You know, he's got this stupid-ass fucking idea called the Mississippi Pipeline, the California-Mississippi Pipeline Plan. What this motherfucker wants to do, Kevin Paffrack, Kevin the Rachet, he wants to take 4% of the water from the Mississippi River. He wants to have a pipeline that goes from, you know, California through the deserts, up through the, you know, Rocky Mountains, and then through the, you know, the Ozarks, and then finally to the Mississippi. And then he wants to take, you know, all their goddamn water. You don't think New Orleans and Louisiana and motherfucking Missouri and fucking, Minnesota, what's it go all the way up to? So, and then, you know, the Ohio River, that dumps into it there, too, so you're going to be taking their fucking water, too. This is just, what the fuck? This is such a stupid plan, expensive. I like that he's a dreamer, and I like that he's thinking of, you know, big ideas. I like he went to, with homelessness, Kevin the Rachet, on homelessness, he went to call out the National Guard and find 80 spots where the homeless people could go stay. Automatically designate them homeless sites, homeless encampment sites, and there you go. Temporarily, you've fixed homelessness. And it's only 100, 200,000 people, so 100, 200,000 people. I believe you could solve homelessness in California with $2 billion. $10,000 tiny homes on public lands, $10,000 times 150,000, $1.5 billion or something. So that's cheap as shit, right? Just do it one time. Don't get it into a business. Do it one time every 20 years or some shit like that. But, yeah, people don't have houses. Build them motherfucking houses. You can go ahead and criminalize them. You can throw them in fucking jail. You could, you know, crack down on them as much as you can. But ultimately, people have to live, and people need a place to live. And so temporarily find, you know, some place for them to stay and then get them into goddamn housing. Apparently, Gavin Newsom said he was going to build 3.5 million new homes. Where are we building 3.5 million new homes? I heard that California is 50th when it comes to new construction. So maybe the taxes and the regulations and shit. But California is run by a bunch of rich motherfuckers. There's a bunch of rich motherfuckers in California. I feel like I wouldn't go to L.A., but I guess, I don't know, maybe like some small town in California sounds okay, but the L.A., I mean, that's like Denver. It's almost like it's impossible to even fucking fathom, to even bear. It's just, no. L.A.? Oh, my God, that's like sardines on top of sardines on top of sardines on top of... That just don't sound no good to me. All right, go ahead, Rachet. What you ratcheting on about?
Democrat.
So I want to give back. I want to fix California and make California a wonderful place to live, because it is a beautiful place to live. We just have broken policy.
A Democrat challenging Governor Newsom in the recall election. He's 29-year-old Kevin Paffrack.
He made this video himself, right? So.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Paffrack is a Southern California real estate investor who's followed by millions on YouTube and other social media platforms. He's just completed 9 rallies in 10 days across the state. He was in studio with us tonight on the Fox 11 News Special Report.
Guess what? After 60 days of my governorship, nobody sleeps on the floor or streets of California anymore. That ends in 60 days.
Paffrack is an internet personality.
At 29 years old, you're the youngest candidate for governor so far. You've had great success.
Kevin Paffrack is a real estate broker.
And fast-track permits, even for remodels. To which I say, yes, meet Kevin. I appreciate that you have come up with a lot of logical plans here. There's more to dig into. I hope you come back on the show, Kevin.
But you might not know that I've been together with my wife for 13 years. I'm also a dad. I have 2 beautiful young boys, 3 and 5, Jack and Max, and I'm concerned about what the future of California is going to look like for them. There's still time to fix California for them, but quite frankly, we need emergency action to start repairing California now, especially for those who are struggling. I'm personally seeking to be your governor, to implement emergency action that will streamline our ability to solve homelessness fast, to solve housing, traffic, schooling, and crime problems that we have in the state. With a strong leader, we can make massive improvements. And if you like what you hear and see in this video, consider going to StopTheBullshit.com.
StopTheBullshit.com. Donate, give money, stop the bullshit. Not stop the bullshit, but stop the bullshit. We need, the cattle industry, we might need some more bulls. You're going to stop the ship that's delivering the bulls? We need more bullshit and less bullshit. What the fuck? I don't know if I could vote for a governor that can't say the word bullshit. You got to be able to call bullshit out. There's a lot of bullshit that's all over the fucking place. Jesus Christ, if you can't call bullshit out, I don't know, Kevin Paffrack. And then Paffrack, P-A-F-F-R-A-T-H. Paffrack. So Paffrack. What's old Paffrack? Where does that come from? What is that? Is that like Neptunian? Is that from goddamn Pluto? I said okay to it because I didn't want to hear the damn thing, but I didn't read it. So an Amber Alert for everybody in the world. Sorry. Yeah, no, I don't mind it. Where did it go? I don't mind it. Where did it go? Well, shit. I hit OK and then all the details are gone. So I should have read it before and just tolerated the fucking stupid noise. Well, lessons learned. Lessons learned.
Support the campaign. For the next $1 million that are donated to this campaign, I will match $1 of expenses towards this campaign. That means if you donate $100, we'll have $200 towards making this campaign as successful as a movement as possible.
Did you hear that deal? Oh my God! You've got to give some money to this grifter, this king of the grifters, this grifting of King Grifter here. So King Grifter, he's sitting there saying, not only with your $100, he'll put in $100 of his own money, and then he'll have $200. So it's like it's a weird ass pyramid scheme where he pays himself, and then we're supposed to be enthusiastic because it's like, oh shit! Every time we give him $1, it's like we're giving him $2, and we're getting rich. He's getting rich. We're not getting. He's getting all the money. Huh? Well, how do you do that?
Because we need to work together to fix California.
The on-the-ground reality is more representative of a Charles Dickens novel than a utopia.
It smells of urine everywhere. A SoCal shocker. Los Angeles once again takes top honors for the most gridlocked city in the world.
California's top marginal income tax rate is now 13.3%, which is already one of the highest in the nation. The legislature is actively discussing raising it to 16.8%.
I saw today there was a happiness index put out in California.
Taxes are 17%. 17% what, of fucking $5 billion? 17% of $5 billion, motherfucker?
Remaining one of the happiest states for individuals to live in the United States of America. So I don't think we're going to come back. We're going to come roaring back. And I can assure you, if I talk to you in 6 months, we're going to be in a completely different place.
Well, Governor Gavin Newsom, things have only gotten worse since all of these clips.
Oh my gosh!
Folks, let's talk a little bit more about me, problems that we have in the state, and solutions. Because I don't just like to talk about problems, I actually like to provide solutions.
Whoa! And that's different because, what? Who's he railing against? I don't understand who he's railing against. Unlike everybody else in the world, me, Kevin the Paffrack, Kevin the FAFSA, Kevin the Rachet.
And that is how a leader operates.
I know, it still cracks me up. I don't care.
Law enforcement, handling crime and homelessness firsthand while balancing the
God, you are unbearable, motherfucker. This goes on for 52 minutes. I'm only 7 minutes in. Let's just...
Tunnels, which our mass transit bus systems and our commuter cars could use.
This is 40 minutes in.
Step 1, fire up the BetMGM's force book. Step 2, go with your gut.
Cost about $10 million per mile. Folks, that means instead of spending money on a high-speed rail where we don't really have a traffic issue, we could be investing in tunnels. where we spend a fraction of the money on actually solving a traffic issue that we really have. Think about it, if we invested and built an optional variable direction toll road underneath our busy highways, like the 5, the 405, or the 5, we could actually solve traffic by providing folks an optional path if they're willing to pay for it. Now, it's optional, that's because we still have the freeway, which will be completely free. But if they want to go faster and skip traffic, they could use the tunnel system. Our buses would be allowed to use these tunnel systems as well, increasing the efficacy of our mass transit. They're safer in earthquakes than above-ground transportation. Think about it kind of like being underwater in an ocean with waves. And they're much cheaper. We can build them where we need them. Folks, these are the kinds of common-sense solutions that we need.
I don't think that a tunnel system is going to be cheaper than light rail. Light rail is, you know, a column, some posts, and fucking tracks, right? And a tunnel system is digging deep dirt, tunnel, and then you got to have the road and the tracks, and then what? You have to dip deep, and then what happens if there's crashes, and then it's dark? This motherfucker, he's just playing too many goddamn fucking SimCity online games or something. He's SimCity fucking 5000. Really, you just need to do, you know, basic SimCity, you know, number 1. You don't need SimCity 5000 there, Mr. Motherfucking Kevin Paffrack Dino from goddamn Neptune, king of the Grifter.
Now, I'm not saying that 100% tunnels are the solution to everything, but they are a solution that is better than what we're doing now.
It's not the greatest solution in the world, but it's close. It's like the second greatest solution in the world.
And that's the kind of governor we need. Somebody who's going to lead with real...
He's just going to throw millions down, billions and trillions on fucking crazy-ass projects. That's what California needs. That's what California needs.
Stick solutions and actually be a leader. That's why we have to vote for Kevin Paffrack and stop the bullshit.
How did the Bay Area's housing crunch get this bad?
The number of people in California who can afford to buy a home continues to fall.
The Southern California real estate market is hotter than ever.
The state is dealing with a major growing housing crisis. This has been a political football, really, in the state for many years. Many people are unable to afford sky-high rents or pay their mortgages, and thousands are living on the streets.
He says state, county, and local leaders...
So when it comes to the water problems, apparently California is just like everybody else. They got water, food, clothing, housing, security problems. So they don't know how to take care of their people, right? They are sucking when it comes to taking care of their people. But since they're talking about water and they're talking about food, this is bread and butter issues that the rest of America should be able to relate to. Because, you know, them damn liberals in California, they're just so unrelatable. No, they're totally relatable. And so this Kevin Paffrack, right, he's got that California-Mississippi pipeline, that dumb idea where he's going to steal 4% of the Mississippi River. I think that there's plenty of different fucking ways. You could put dams. You could actually have hydroelectric dams by damming up water. That's saving water. You got a reservoir now. Build more reservoirs. Get more dams. More wet reservoirs. More dams. And, you know, you got the added benefit of electricity with that, too. There's also desalination or some shit. They got the fucking Pacific Ocean. They got the goddamn Pacific Ocean. There's like 3 main rivers, the Delta River and the Sacramento River and something else in California. But apparently, I guess, they're a fucking desert or something. I don't know what the hell's going on with California. You're having water problems? Is it because, you know, Nestle has bought it all? They're privatizing it? I don't know. But you can desalinate. I think, all you got to do is just get the water from the Pacific Ocean, because there's, infinite fucking water over there, and then just take the salt out of the water, and now you have all the water that you fucking need. You can try to do water reclamation projects. You could also do there's groundwater, so you can just have everybody dig wells. You know, dig 200 feet well or some shit. Maybe I wonder about technology, having people talk about this shit. That's another good idea. Is there a way you could, water is H2O, right? So 2 hydrogen atoms and oxygen. We breathe in and out carbon dioxide and oxygen. So plants, right? Plants, we got oxygen in the air. Do we have hydrogen in the air? And is it possible to somehow just electrify the air and fuse the hydrogen and the oxygen together? I don't know. But, you know, I like that he's thinking of different ideas and shit, but he shouldn't be so committed to his stupid fucking dumb ideas. Does he have anybody in his group of counselors that will tell him that he's doing a dumb idea? Is there anybody in his counselors that's telling him it's a dumb idea? I think that he won't be able to get any of the dumb ideas, you know, passed through the legislature, but it would just suck that if he used 4 years, say, you know, the worst, you know, case scenario, he gets elected. For the next 4 years, he just tries to get that damn Mississippi pipeline. He tries to get a fucking pipeline through Mississippi. And how many states would you have to go through? And then why Mississippi and not Maine? Maine is better than North. I mean, basically, and it goes all the way to the East Coast. Why stop at the Mississippi? Why not to Florida, Georgia? He's like, nope, we need a pipeline. All the way across? Nope. Just enough to steal from the Mississippi. It'd be better to start, I don't know, I guess where all the water is. But anyways, a map of America, map of U.S. Harvey. Proud to be an American. More like an Americant. Oh, no, he didn't. So California, to get a pipeline from California to Mississippi, you just have to go through Arizona, New Mexico, Texas or Oklahoma, Arkansas or Louisiana. And then you're there. And then you're there. So just 4 goddamn states, like that's a big fucking deal, huh? And then you got to get someone to pay for it and this and that and what the fuck ever. You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea just to have pipelines all over the goddamn place, to be honest with you. A north to south pipeline, a west to east pipeline, and just, you know, just a pipeline, just a water, oil, you know, just a fucking pipeline. But not a Keystone pipeline. Let's not do Keystone pipelines. And do I have any more mocking juice for this?
To take bold steps.
Local governments could zone more area for multifamily housing. They could make the permitting process for multifamily housing easier.
Before the housing crisis gets worse.
So California has actually anyone.
All right, lots of clips of the media and this and that.
Real estate is how I began building my wealth, first as a real estate agent, then broker, then real estate investor. And I've never evicted a tenant, and I work with everybody to try to make sure everybody can build wealth that works with me. The reality is, we have a lack of homes in this state. That's why the median home price is $800,000. That's unacceptable. It's unlivable. What we need are not 482 building regulations. That is 482 different building and safety departments. We need to streamline our building and safety process so we can speed up construction and let the free market help us solve our housing crisis.
The median home price in California is $800,000. Jesus Christ. You know, I would be mixed if I had that kind of fucking money. You just want, you know, you don't want all the fucking rabble and shit, so you don't want to encourage that kind of bullshit, right? Just, you know, I don't know. $800,000 for a median home price, that is fucking ridiculous. California is the place I cannot be because I can't afford it. California.
I'm not saying completely remove government from housing, but we need to streamline the process, speed it up, and make it reasonable again, so that way we can redevelop our abandoned strip malls or facilities that we can turn into townhomes or condos, so that we can build new communities next to solar and wind farms, so rather than burning off excess solar or wind energy, we can actually supply that energy to new communities and help change our climate future.
And then we'll win!
Positively affecting climate change with negative communities. That is, having communities built near solar and wind farms. So we have thousands of new homes, and we have communities that create more energy than they use. We can do these things by streamlining regulation, while at the same time still respecting local ordinance.
Streamlining regulation, isn't that what Caitlyn Jenner's going to do? How is Kevin any different than Caitlyn Jenner? Caitlyn Jenner's going to lower taxes. Caitlyn Jenner's going to cut regulations. Caitlyn Jenner is got name recognition. Caitlyn Jenner is like the one out of the top 4 leading candidates. Who's going to be the most powerful person in California? Well, either this Kevin Paffrack, Larry Elder, Dan Kapelovitz, or Caitlyn Jenner. Or Caitlyn Jenner, not Jenner, not Denver Stoner. Denver Stoner is out. Denver Stoner is out. All right, Kevin Pishy. All right, there, Kinty Pishy.
Is to make sure we maintain the beauty of each individual city. We can do this, but we need a strong leader who realizes that current law doesn't work. Governor Newsom just cheered the signing of SB 7. This was a housing efficiency bill. Well, when I read the bill, I was shocked to find out that the housing efficiency bill would only streamline the environmental review process if you're building a property worth at least $15 million. So in other words, anyone building less expensive